All right, I think we're live. Let me just make sure everything is good to go. Yeah, I lost you though, Josh.
It's you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, guys? If you're joining the stream, welcome, welcome. This is the first ever Mogul Moves Weekly, which is just our, one-stop shop for everything Mogul, everything that's happening in the industry, all the things that are happening in the game, um, entertainment gossip, entertainment recaps, and box office sort of know-how. So we're gonna get into it. My name's Luigi. If you've never seen me before, I am the head of marketing at MoviePass and of course Mogul, which is our new game that was launched last week. Season one was just launched. If you haven't been part of it yet, please feel free to go to mogulgame.moviepass.com and right there, you'll be able to enter. We've actually already hit capacity in terms of players, but we're allowing another set of people to come in. I think it's pretty limited, so if you haven't yet, guys, make sure to join, click that button, and you'll get some pretty cool like special rewards for doing it early. I'm joined today with a true legend, I would say, in the MoviePass world. His name is Josh. He is our head of data. We're going to be chatting all things Mogul today, all things gaming, but then all things just like what is happening in the entertainment world and with movies from this last weekend. So, Josh, do you want to give a little intro to yourself?
Hey guys, how's it going? I've been with MoviePass for 3 years now, handling all sorts of um, data stuff, social stuff, helping out wherever I can. Great to be here with you, Luigi. We could start by touching on the box office reports for the last weekend. Um, I would say the big riser this week was probably Black Phone 2. It was kind of the last hurrah for any of the October Halloween releases. It did 8 million, which was kind of a bump from the last week. Saw some pretty good performance there.
Yeah.
Also, Regretting You kind of overperforming for the weekend. Probably people that are looking for a date night movie on Halloween found that one. And then Chainsaw Man and K-pop Demon Hunters both holding over pretty well. Chainsaw Man at 6 million, K-pop Demon Hunters at 5.3 million. And then the big new release this week, it's a smaller budget movie, but you guys are probably all aware of it, is Begonia. It did 4.8 million this weekend. Um, and it also ended up being the top earner for mogul holders over the weekend. So if you saw that coming, if you knew that Begonia was going to do well, then you probably earned some good points off that this weekend.
Yeah. Sick. I know I haven't seen it yet. Are you gonna see it, Josh?
Yes, definitely. I think
Too.
today, Wednesday, maybe,
Yeah.
as
I
soon as
mean,
possible.
Poor Things, obviously same universe as like the Yorgos cinematic universe. Sorry, it's really the Yorgos M. Stone cinematic universe.
Yeah, at this point.
Like I'm always down. If you give me something to watch from them, I will watch it. It will probably be weird as hell, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna give them my money. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to watch that. And Stacy, you guys know our CEO, co-founder, watched it over the weekend and really loved it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Stacy was raving about it this morning, so
Yeah.
go
And
see
this is,
it.
no, this is like pretty much what we do every morning. Like on Monday mornings, this is how we talk. This is basically you're getting insight into the movie pass and mogul morning meetings on Mondays. This is just something that we kind of do as, movie people. Anything else to add about the weekend, Josh?
I
Move to the next section.
think those are the main ones. The other one I caught this weekend was Frankenstein, which is I think only in theaters until the end of this week until it hits Netflix. So if you're a theater lover, go see that before the week is up.
Yeah, I saw an article that said the most consistent thing in my life right now is Jacob Elordi wearing Bottega Veneta. It was like, no, I think the headline was like, I don't have a boyfriend, but I do have Jacob Elordi wearing Bottega Veneta. I feel like that guy's in like everything right now, everywhere.
Any stability you can find in 2025,
Yeah, exactly.
you take.
All right, cool. Thanks for the recap, Josh. I think let's move on to our next segment, which is where we ask our guests to choose one movie to pick, one movie to hold, and one movie to drop for the week. Josh, since you're the expert, please share with us what are your picks? What is your pick, your hold, and your drop for the week?
I'll start with my pick. I'm picking Christie this week. I feel like the Sydney Sweeney social media buzz is kind of ablaze at the moment. And I think what would have otherwise kind of been a movie that some people glossed over, a lot of people are going to notice and want to go see just because she's in it and she's a massive star right now. So that's my buy for the week. I think it's probably going to overperform expectations. Um, my hold, not too surprising based on what we've discussed so far, is Begonia. It started small, but I think it's going to hold on well for the next couple of weeks. I think the audiences that want to see that are going to keep coming out for it, and I think it'll perform pretty well over the next couple weekends. And my sell is Black Phone 2. It had kind of a nice pop this weekend, but I think now that Halloween and October are over, it's probably going to fall off pretty hard. So if you
Yeah.
were holding it this weekend, um, I think you might have gotten some last good points in off of that. And now might be a good time to sell it.
Yeah. Well, we have one in common. So my pick for this week is actually going to be Hamnet. It's the new Chloe Zhao movie. Chloe, as you guys probably know, incredible director, incredible filmmaker.
What
Um,
was her last movie?
it was called hold on, I
Six.
literally there were two she has like two pretty like, famous movies that came out like around the pan at the beginning of the pandemic, I want to say. And
Yeah,
Chloe's, so it was like Nomadland and The Rider
that's
were
right.
the two that like
Yeah,
yeah. And so there's a lot of talk about this being her best yet. And I loved Nomadland and The Writer. This one has an added bonus of Paul Mescal, who, like, I think Sydney Sweeney has that social media, like, sparkle, star power behind him. So picking that, and I'm seeing so much about it. Like, people are really excited about it. Came out,
yeah. I
like,
think Paul Mescal is kind of due for like a movie breakout. I think he's still like in the cultural zeitgeist, but hasn't quite had that like big movie yet. This could definitely be the one.
I think everyone thought it was going to be Gladiator, but it didn't
That's
do,
true.
people didn't love it as much as I think we were expecting to. So this is just like, I feel like a true actor's like role. Anyway, I'm excited for that. Hamnet picking, holding. I agree with you, Begonia. I think if anything, it's like the word of mouth stuff. Like you're going to start to hear about Begonia through your friends. People are going to say you need to go see this movie, just like we heard this morning from our boss. And then if I were to drop anything, it would definitely have to be The Running Man. Not for nothing, but because of our next segment. The Running Man is that movie with Glenn Powell, who I like, but like sometimes I'm a little tired of Glenn Powell. Anyway, our next segment is the prediction poll segment. If you've been in the Mogul app, you know there's some really fun, interesting cultural zeitgeisty polls. Really easy to like kind of participate in those and get points. But basically, we're asking you the tough questions, like, for example, will the remake of The Running Man starring Glenn Powell and Josh Brolin be considered a critical failure by fans of the original film? 77% of you said yes. So a resounding yes. To me, I'm going, well, then I gotta let that one go. I gotta drop that one, you know?
Yeah, the long range forecasts for Running Man are hovering in the like 20 to 25 million range, which I would say is uh, conservative, given the star power. Um,
Right.
so we'll see. I mean, I think the original Running Man is obviously an imperfect movie. It's kind of one of those silly, over the top 80s, 90s action flicks, but it's Arnold. So over the years, it just kind of gets more and more beloved.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I didn't know it was a remake until like I saw this poll actually.
I'm not sure I've seen it. If I have, it was a long time ago. It's me and my friends have been doing a lot of deep dive into old Arnold movies. That's one that's still on the list.
That is extremely niche. I love that for you. He was my governor when I
Yeah,
lived famously, so
yeah.
I have respect for him. Okay, so yeah, that one immediately I'm definitely going to drop it. Now, there's a question poll in there. Will a live action remake of a classic animated film be announced before the end of 2026? People are speculating. There's a lot of speculation around specifically, obviously, the sort of master of doing this, although they sometimes fail to master it, is Disney. There's been a lot of talk about potentially a Finding Nemo live action, which I'm going, is it live action technically? If it's Finding Nemo? Like, I don't know that it is. Anyway,
Yeah.
there's been that. I don't know if you've heard anything else, Josh, but I know that one definitely people have been talking about.
Yeah, the live action remakes are, I feel like, loved and hated. It seems like, fans of the original films, kind of like The Running Man, always have controversial opinions, but it seems like for Disney at least, they consistently make their money back on them. They're a good box office draw, so it's kind of, I don't know, I kind of agree with the polling here. I think it's kind of a safe bet that something is always on the horizon. Um, I haven't heard anything for 2026, but the suspicion in my back pocket for one that they could do would be Hercules. I feel like
Oh
that's
yeah. That would be a good
a
one.
big a big 90s animated movie that would probably lend itself pretty well to a live action.
People were speculating about Hercules specifically because everyone wants Ariana Grande to play Meg in that.
Uh,
Because I guess she did like a cover of that song or something like that. But people are like, we need Ariana Grande as Meg in the live action Hercules. So, I mean, post Wicked, anything's possible for her.
yeah.
She's also going to be in the next AHS separate. I know that's not movies, but
Next what? AHS?
the next American Horror Story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
Like
did
they
not hear about
officially
that.
announced it on Friday on Halloween. So it's her and then there like a bunch of returning characters that like people never thought were going to be back
Interesting. That
on
is fascinating.
yeah. Okay, what we also asked, will a movie be released in 2025? I didn't realize it's the caveat was November 2025. But I think
Well,
in my head I'm going
yeah.
in my head I'm going the like Q4, but okay, regardless, this one says 2025 gross over 1 billion at the global box office. I think no, but if you're including December in that, then I think there's a chance there will be a billion-dollar global box office movie. Although I guess maybe like Wicked could potentially globally hit a billion dollars.
Yeah, I'm looking up what the original Wicked movie did gross box office. I think over 1 billion for Wicked would be incredible.
Like
It did
overperform.
756 million box office on a $150 million budget. So I would say 1 billion for the second movie is not out of the question. That's another thing we talked about this morning. Um,
Yeah.
Stacey and Gretchen were talking about how the advanced sales for Wicked 2 are like off the charts. Like I think she said twice what they were for Wicked 1. So there's a lot of people that are looking forward to it and already have tickets. So
And do you think they're going to count? I don't, this is a technical question. Do you think they're going to count the box office? Like if they re-show Wicked 1, are they going to count that towards the current box? How does that work when they re-show?
I
Do
don't
you know?
think so. I think I think if it's a separate entity, it would add on to the box office total for the original Wicked.
Interesting. Because I know a lot of people that are going to watch both. Like
Yeah,
they're
for
going to
sure.
re-release it and then they'll watch both like back to back or whatever.
Yeah.
Like 9 hours of Wicked. It's a lot
Yeah,
of
and
work.
they might do. I wouldn't be surprised if some theater chains were doing like specialty all day screenings where you can go see both.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Anyway, so that's probably the one other potential. And then obviously the one that's definitely going to hit a billion, we all know, right, is going to be, say it with me, Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar Fire and Ash. Now that one's definitely going to hit it. Maybe we'll ask that question again next month about that. Okay, cool. Um, is there another poll? Let's see.
The
No.
last Avatar grossed 2.3 billion. So
Yeah. So
if
we're gonna be good. I think we're
yeah, I
definitely
think
gonna hit that and
you're
surpass
safe
it.
on that one.
So I mean, supposedly this is the last one, but they kept saying that about the other ones too. So
Yeah.
who really knows? Yeah, so that's it. I mean, in terms of the polling, we have a bunch more polls on Mogul. If you want to take part, it's just a fun, easy way to participate in the culture of it all. So feel free. Again, we only have a limited amount of spots. Speaking of which, we want to do a quick leaderboard shout out to our Mogul fam. Here are the top five. We got at number one, Edu Combo, Sayewi at number two, Mr. Berm. At number three, at fourth place, John Rudy, and at fifth, The Big Show. Now, if you guys didn't already know this, there's a 100K prize pool. Um, you know, it is we're playing for we're playing for keeps here. So if you haven't yet registered and started playing, go to mogulgame.com.moviepass.com, sign up. It's free to play right now. You can get your bearings before we like launch an actual product that you can actually pay money to both be in and make money. So now's the time, guys. Get in early. There's rewards for early users and early players. Like I said, 100K prize pool. Go to mogulgame.moviepass.com. Let me just pull it up here so people
Yeah,
can.
the sooner you get in, the more you start earning points. So it's a long season, and the longer you're in it, the better chance you have at scoring high on the leaderboard, figuring out what works and what doesn't work, and kind of developing your own winning strategy.
Yeah, our plan is to do this show, every week. Like I said earlier, we may have special guests. We're definitely gonna have Stacy on here. So feel free to check in and tune in every week on Mondays. Again, you can ask questions. We'll get to them. I guess I didn't really look at any of the questions. There's no real questions here, just some hellos and good mornings. So if you guys have questions, feel free to leave them as comments. We'll always like respond to them, and we'll see you guys next week. Play Mogul.
See you
Peace.
guys.